Hello everybody, this is Luckless Lovelocks, and I'm bringing you a replay commentary of a Dota 2 game. This is the first time I've ever done this, and I just felt really compelled to do it for this game because it demonstrates a lot of things about Dota 2. First of all, it's probably the best game I've ever played as Crystal Maiden, which is one of my most played heroes, one of my favorite heroes. It also demonstrates that it's always possible to come back in a game of Dota 2, regardless of how toxic, how bad, how unreasonable your team is. It's always possible to come back. I apologize if you guys see some racist things in this replay, not coming from me. It's just part of Dota 2, unfortunately. It's especially in the North American scene, there's a lot of racism towards South Americans because a lot of South Americans play in North America and they don't speak much English or they don't understand it. So this is a ranked game, and the way the ranking system works is you get a certain amount of points for winning games, you lose a certain amount of points for losing games, and everyone on our team is at the same rank. So people end up at the same rank for a variety of reasons, right? So the reason why I probably won't get much higher than where I'm at right now is because I don't have very good reaction time. And I'm not very creative when it comes to builds for heroes. Like it's just things that I don't think I'll ever improve on. And especially reaction time. I'm an older gamer, so I'm not going to get better reaction time. Like, I'll be able to get more efficient with practice, but there's a certain cap that I've hit, I think, for that. So a player that might not speak English or might not be good at communicating with their teammate might have a better reaction time or have a higher skill level, and that's why they're able to get at the MMR that I'm at, which is above average relative to most of the players in the game. So even though a player might not seem to be as good of a player, they might be better at other things that gets them to the same skill level as you. So I think my strengths are probably teamwork, understanding the game, because I've played quite a bit of it now, and I watch a lot of pro games, not that that's always a good thing, and I communicate pretty well relative to the other people that I've played with. So I saw this guy here, the Alchemist, and his name, and I knew right away that he was going to be toxic, right? I mean, he's got a racist name. So basically I said, I don't think it's going to show up in chat, because I think it shows only all chat. I said, I think I might be muting this guy. And he started going on like this racist tirade and blah, 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 blah. And you can't mute people, or I haven't figured out how to mute people until the game starts, so I wasn't able to mute him until the game actually started. But basically, I got the impression that this guy was going to be toxic. And then this guy didn't talk at all. And I can't remember what he picked. So I'm going to be skipping around a bit, guys. Hopefully it doesn't crash anything.
Lion.
Okay, so you pick Lion, and we were kind of support heavy already, so it was like, yeah, Lion. Kind of a bad pick. He did it at the last minute. Oh, the other thing I want to do is I'm gonna decrease one thing here. We've done this beforehand. Camera deceleration. Okay, that's a bit better. Now I can move around. It's a bit easier for you guys to watch. So, just taking a look here, they've got pretty carry heavy lineup: Earthshaker, Ember Spirit, Naga Siren, Slardar, and Legion Commander. And we have Alchemist, Lone Druid, Omni Knight, who I think was going to go off lane, or ends up going off lane, Crystal Maiden, and Lion. Lion hasn't actually come into the game yet, so I think he takes a while to get going. Oh no, he's in here.
Prepare
so,
for battle.
He's Earth Spikes right away in anger, I guess. I don't know. But he does get most of the support items, which is great. He gets the career, and I get the wards, and I give the ward to Omni Knights. This is the first time I've ever done a replay commentary, guys, so I apologize if it sucks, but I think I'll do okay. And there's just a few points I'll be stressing. So I did get a smoke as well. And what this allows me to do is it lets me gank a lane if possible early on, which is something that's good to do with Crystal Maiden.
Hey, little buddy.
So I kind of said, can everyone go top with Alchemist so that we can get him this bounty rune? The bounty rune for Alchemist gives him tons of gold if he takes
30 seconds.
the skill Revel's Greed. He gets like 500 gold or something crazy like that if he gets a bounty rune. And that's the way this character works. So it's like we want to get this guy an early advantage in order to win the game. It's the best way for us to be able to win the game, really. Lone Druid, he looks like he's trying to get the bottom one on his own, which is fine. Looks like there's 2 there. So I think we do end up getting
the battle
top
begins.
rune. Yeah. So everyone seems to be, you know, doing our best. We're a bit stuck here. We can't get through. So Omni Knight's kind of on his own. But I think he gets through. So everything's going all right. We're doing our thing. We're doing our thing, right? So there's a bit of talking back and forth, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it, unfortunately. Oh, okay, there we go. Come mid, I'm feeding. Lion took the bounty. Right, oh, right, that's what happened. Lion took the bounty rune. For some reason, so let me just go back.
The battle begins.
So, he's going to get a bunch of money if he gets the bounty rune. Lion just goes ahead and takes it. So, now I've realized that it actually Lone Druid got the bounty rune. So, like, this game is starting off great, regardless of whether or not Lion took the bounty rune. Yeah, it would be better if Alchemist got it, but whatever. He just decides to give up. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna feed mid. Right? Let's just go back a bit. Yeah, he pauses it. He says, go mid, I'm gonna feed mid. So he just starts running into the tower. Because people are like saying, you know, I'm gonna mute you because you're toxic, because he's being super toxic. So he just decides to start feeding, right?
In flames.
And this is the story. This is kind of a game in 3 parts. This is the first part. This guy just feeds. I'm just gonna speed it up so you guys can watch all the feeding. And Lion feeds too. Look, now Lion runs into the tower and feeds.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And then he starts feeding couriers. So I say, what do I say? I said, please report Alc and Lion, right? So there's a reporting system in Dota 2 that lets you report people for intentionally feeding. I think we can take a look at it. Oh, we can't. Intentionally feeding, communication abuse, ability abuse, which is like you're using your abilities to grief your teammates, and I can't remember the last one. I already said intentional feeding. I think there's one more, but it's irrelevant. So these guys are intentionally feeding, and they're demonstrating communication abuse. But yeah, this goes on for a while. Lions, there we go. Runs into the middle, feeds.
Radiant's middle
Alchemist
tower is
decides to
under
come
attack.
bottom. All right, so let's take a look at the game state now. We got Alchemist is fed twice. Lion is fed 3 times. He's got no items. Basically, Lion's got no items. The Ember Spirit has 4 kills already in the game, and he's got his bottle. He's got boots. We're almost 4,000 gold behind the enemy team, and like almost 2,000 experience behind. All right, so then Alchemist decides to come bottom. God knows why.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We're doing all right. Bring it back to normal speed. We're doing okay bottom. I don't think we've died yet, have we? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Lone Druid did die once because they're pressuring us pretty hard. We have a pretty tough lane. And I can't pull because they've got this can't blocked. But so she's being really aggressive, and we're able to get a kill on her. And I don't know why it's so. I don't know why it's so jaggy. Let me just try pausing it. Maybe that'll help. Whatever. And so Omni Knight gets killed as well. So the top lane's not going so well either. Omni Knight's died once. He doesn't have his soul ring. But yeah, they're being really aggressive. Alchemist feeds again. bottom lane. So now he's fed 2 deaths mid, he's fed 1 death bottom. And these guys are starting to get an advantage too. So every lane has an advantage. We have 1 kill, they've got 11. I hate this game. So at this point, I decide to... first of all, I've already muted Alchemist. I've already muted Lion because they're feeding and being toxic. And now I decide I'm going to... Although I'm not sure that Omni Knight is a toxic player, I feel like he's just going to distract me from being able to play my game. So I decided to mute him at this point. So that's... After playing thousands of hours of this game, I've learned to mute people that are negative. Because it basically demoralizes you as a player, it demoralizes the team, and it interferes with you being able to play the game. So my advice to you guys, if you're playing public games and you're not playing with your friends, or maybe you do have to mute your friends sometimes, but if someone's being negative, just mute them. Don't waste your time trying to respond to them. It's not going to help. They're not going to learn. I hate this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See, look at this guy. So I had muted him, so I didn't see this stuff. Quit Dota, freaking racism. So I'm alone in the lane now because they have a big advantage. Lone Druid's like, fuck this. We're just gonna keep dying in this lane. I'm just gonna go in the jungle, which is fine. Wow, look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy. Unreal. That's another reason why I kind of wanted to show you this game, because this guy and people like him, there's no place for you guys in this world. Like, either learn to grow up or just stop playing public games. Like, there's no place for this in games, and it's sad that it's like an accepted, not accepted, but it's so prevalent in games. So I'm trying to do something. I'm asking people to port. No one's coming. We could have gotten 2 kills probably if someone had ported in. Like these guys, they've just decided to sit in the fountain and do nothing. So okay, this is the beginning of the game. I think you guys get it. I don't have to watch the whole thing. We look at the scoreboard. We're at minus 3,000 gold, or sorry, experience, minus almost 6,000 gold, and you look at the deaths. Boom, boom, boom. These are all our deaths, the red ones, or it's all kills by the enemy team. All right, let's fast forward a bit. So I'm like, I'm playing the best I can with what I've got. Like I've got boots. It's not bad. So I'm just trying to go and get experience where I can. It's like Omni Knight's gonna die again. He gets away. He's alone. No one's gonna help him, but he's still able to get away. He's actually playing really well. Like look at that, wasting all of their time. He's okay. Amber Spirit is godlike. He's got drums at 6 minutes. Slark's got poor man's shield, blah, blah, blah. Naga and Legion are pushing the tier 2 tower. Although, you know, like they've got gold, but their item choices aren't that great, and they're not that progressed so far, considering the advantage they have. 15 to 2. So I decided to come down to help Lone Druid, who seems to be like one of the only people that's trying, right? And we get a couple of kills because these guys are being overconfident. Like they shouldn't be pushing like that so early in the game. We get him some dual damage as well, which is awesome. Ember Spirit comes and cleans up. He's got 1 billion kills. He's got a bottled regen rune. Crazy, it's crazy. All right, so skip forward a bit. Let's skip to 10 minutes. See what things look like. All right, so at this point, what do we have? We've got, okay, I'm in the base. Let's play. It's 25 to 10.
Radiant's top tower
So we have gotten some kills in the last little bit. So I got a kill on Earthshaker, killed Legion Commander, we killed Naga Siren. So as you can see, we had a good team fight. So maybe I should just go back to that. I think that was right here. So they're pressing their luck again. They're pretty low. They should probably be running away. Let's go back a little more.
Dire's top
And I think I don't have my ult yet. I'm about to get it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'm level 5. So this guy ports right into the middle of them. I don't know why. Guess he thought he could heal bomb them. So we actually we get some kills there, which is great. I don't even have my ult. I guess Omni's getting angry. I decided to smoke so we could catch up to this guy and get the kill even though he's invisible. So that's awesome. Like look at the advantage that we get off of that. At 2,000 gold, because the other team's so far ahead that any kills that we get, this guy's feeds again. He's still not trying. Any kills that we get are like a big deal at this point. Omni's playing really well right now. Like he's playing his hero perfectly. Lion feeds again.
Radiant's top tower is
Does he feed a duel? Yeah. He even feeds damage to Legion Commander, who gets damage every time she wins a duel.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Druid, unfortunately, probably the best player on our team. He dies. All right, so we get a bit of an advantage, but we're still losing pretty horribly. So I'm gonna fast forward quite a bit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's look at the game state here. So they're pushing the tier 3s. They're trying to win the game by running up the middle. They've gotten a bunch of kills, so they're right back down to a huge lead over 12,000, almost 13,000 gold. And almost 6,000 experience. And the thing that starts to happen here is, like, this guy's still feeding. He's just walking up mid and feeding. Same with Lion. I'm sure he's still feeding. Not even level 6 yet. Alchemist is barely level 6. But they're starting to get overconfident. And, like, let's look at their items. So we've got Blink Dagger. This is the right item choice for Legion Commander. Blink Dagger going into Blade Mail. Urshiker got a Force Staff instead of a Blink, which is a bit weird. We've got Ember, who's got the right items. Battle Fury. Looks like he's got a second Battle Fury. Usually you get a crit, but that's fine. And pretty standard items on Slark. So they're kind of buying the right stuff. And Naga, who's kind of been supporting, and she seems to have been playing most of the game by just like pushing alone. Like she's not really with the team very often. She's getting a mech, so that's fine. The Alchemist feeds again. Omni gets killed. What do I have? I've got a Blink Dagger. This is pretty big. So I just decided to rush a Blink Dagger because I'm one of the only people that's like trying in this game aside from Lone Druid, and I'm still not sure about Omni, although he seems to be playing well. So I'm like, okay, I need to be super greedy. I'm not supporting. I need to get basically like anything that's going to help me to kind of carry the game. So I just rush a Blink Dagger because I could jump in and get my ult off, and they don't have BKBs yet, so this is the time where I can shine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Let's see what happens.
Top tower is under attack.
It's pretty hard for a team even this far ahead to go high ground at this point in the game. It's kind of designed. The game is kind of designed that way, so you can't just brute force this early. The towers are pretty strong. I'm just biding my time here. So she gets her blade mail. So I see an opportunity to go in. But I thought he was gonna jump at me, so I jumped away.
Radiant's courier.
Someone's feeding the courier. You see this, like, up until now, this is the way the game has been. Just people like intentionally feeding, and only 3 of us trying really. Lone Druid, myself, and Omni Knight. So I'm trying to bait his, start to learn that I need to bait Slark's Dark Pack, because it removes the stun that I have. And I don't think he's the best Slark player. So we get a kill here. Ember Spirit jumps in. I see an opportunity. I frostbite him just ult immediately. And luckily, Omni saw the opportunity as well to get that kill, so he healed me right away with the heal bomb. And this is huge. This is a huge deal. This is like a turning point in the game. Because we team wipe them. We fucking team wipe them. Even though Alchemist is sitting in the base. Right? And Lion actually tried. God bless his soul. So this at this point in the game, I'm kind of thinking to myself, these guys are getting really cocky. They're not, like, I think they should have probably gotten BKBs, Black King bars, which gives them magic immunity, which prevents them from getting hurt by my damage and any other magical damage, like Lion's magical damage, and it prevents them from getting stunned. Or they should have gotten Lincoln Spheres, instead of getting all these offensive items they're getting, like the second Battle Fury. If he had just gotten a Lincoln Sphere, I don't think we would have been able to stop him. Lincoln Sphere or BKB. So let's take a look at, I'm just gonna let it play a bit because the net worth has to update. Just fast forward it a bit. Okay, so oops. So we've just made back more than 5,000 gold. Just in that one team fight. Right? So it's kind of like the Alchemist and the Lion feeding all that time has helped the kind of rubber band mechanic that's been built into to Dota 2 recently. It's kind of helped us out. We got a bunch of gold. I mean, we're still really far behind, but we got a bunch of gold. So these guys insist on they just keep on coming mid, and they're so overconfident they're just sending like 2 at a time now. And I think my ult's not back up yet. So I think I'm, where am I now? I'm over here. Okay, I was pushing the lane out, and I'm coming mid because I want to help my team out. So yeah, let's see how this fight goes. So this is kind of the second act of the game. It starts to begin. We start to, I think me and Lone Druid and Omni were kind of like, okay, let's use these guys as bait. The other team's overconfident. Yeah, I've got my ult up. Yeah, that fight didn't go so well. And I get away. So like, trying to play very like conservatively. I'm trying to wait for them to overcommit so I can get in there and frostbite them. And freezing field them. Yeah, that fight didn't go so well. And I could have probably done more there, to be honest with you. I could have gotten my freezing field off. We probably could have gotten a couple of kills.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So I'm trying to bait his Dark Pact.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
We lost our bottom tower. See, Naga's just solo pushing the whole time. If she's gonna do that, she should have built a Radiance. Like, what's the point of building a mech if you're not gonna be with the team? I get a solo kill on her because she didn't sing. She could have just used Song of the Siren and gotten out of there. So she doesn't know how to play the hero very well. Alchemist feeds, another death. Fine. Not really getting much gold with him anyways. So now, even Amber Spirit's like, okay, stop feeding us. Oh man. So what's the, even the bear doesn't really have that much. He's trying to get a Radiance. He's trying to get a Radiance. So we get another kill on Legion because she's being overconfident. They're really afraid of the Omni Knight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But I'm not.
But he's being a little bit too aggressive also. Let's see what Alchemist does. I think he's gonna feed. He just goes right into their whole fucking team. I don't know if he's, I have a feeling that at this point he's actually not feeding intentionally. He's just not a very good player. or he's just like, whatever, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not sure. So the bear, I think, does he get his Radiance now?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Must be about to get his Radiance. It's got 3,773 gold. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks.
These guys are just constantly pushing in mid. I've got my freezing field. I might have an opportunity to get a kill here. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. There we go.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There we go. Boom. So they jumped in. She decided to jump into our tier 4s.
Radiant's top
Perfect
tower
opportunity
is
to jump
under
in
attack.
and get a frostbite off and get a kill. Frostbite off and Freezing Field. So he got his Chrysalis, more offense, which they don't really need. They don't need more damage. They need to make sure they don't die or get stunned in order to be able to get the offense that they do have off. And none of them have defensive items at this point. Blade Mail's kind of defensive, but not really. Fusel Blade's not a very good purchase on Slark. Usually you get Scotty. You can survive more. And we still have, what do we have? Lotus Orb being built on Earthshaker. That's very luxury item on Earthshaker. Gotta get a Blink Dagger, even an Ags would be better at this point. So the bear starts to do lots of work. So he's got his Radiance, and they have no magic resistance at all. No magic resistance. They don't have a pipe. They could have got a pipe. Even this guy decided not to build his mech. He built the flats. Like a Siren did. So since they have no defensive stuff, we start getting kills over and over and over again. And it looks like even the Alchemist has started fighting again. So he sees we've got a chance. Legion Commander's going for a duel. I realized at this point that Lion was dead. There's nothing we can do. All of our stuff's on cooldown. Actually, I had Freezing Field. Oh yeah, okay, so let's look at my items here. I didn't realize I got this at this point. So I've been getting a lot of kills, more so than you normally get on a Crystal Maiden, because you usually don't have any items at this point because you're getting wars and stuff like that. But since I'm one of the only ones trying in this game, I was just like, these guys aren't getting any defensive items. If I get a Sheep Stick, we could just kill Ember Spirit over and over and over again. Because I can Frostbite him, I can Scythe of Ice him, I can Freezing Field him, he's dead. He'll die, almost guaranteed. I can do that with almost any of them, since they're not getting any defensive items. And the Slark especially, so if I can bait his Dark Pact, which removes stuns, purges him, if I can bait that, he'll be dead instantly. If I can sheep him and ult him. So that's hubris on their side. They thought, oh, we're so far ahead, these guys are feeding, we'll just get all offensive items. And as you can see, we're getting a bunch of kills. We're now only about 6,000 gold behind, and we've actually caught up in experience. So we're doing really well. And Lone Druid decides to go for an eggs, which means that he can kind of untether himself from the bear, and the bear can just go off and do his own thing and push lanes. So the second act is, we're basically in the middle of the second act of this game. And we're kind of approaching the third act of this game. We're still getting killed, but they're still ahead, right? So, boom. See? We can do that. We can get a kill on anyone, anytime, just by doing that. Because they're not getting Lincoln Spheres, they're not getting BKBs. Oh shit! I shouldn't have abandoned Omni Knight there. I don't know why I did that. Probably because I didn't have my ult up. I was like, meh, can't fight. But we probably could have gotten more kills here, so that's my bad. I definitely should have. Well, also, I mean, Lion should have gone up there. I still don't really trust our team completely. I'm just playing, like I've totally concentrated on my own game. I'm just gonna go into my perspective for a bit. Just so you guys can see what I'm seeing. So like Alchemist, I'm kind of using him and Lion as bait at this point. I'm letting them run up on their own. And tank a bunch of damage, and then I'm kind of jumping in when they're low, trying to Scythe, Frostbite, get my ult off. And you'll notice that I decide to build a Desolator. So the reason why I did this is because we have like no right-click damage on our team. As the game progresses, that's what takes over. It's not like magic damage. It's mainly the physical right-click damage. So, and we need something that's going to help us push if we do get like a team wipe again. We need something that's going to push towers, and this reduces the armor on towers and on heroes. And it gives me right-click damage, which, like, I questioned the choice after the game, but I think it was the best thing I could do. Because now, like, for instance, if I had that here, That would have been a solo kill for sure. Now she decides to sing. She should just sing right away and port out. She doesn't even have a teleport, this girl. So I think we can still kill her. Oh, I went for the wrong one. We get the kill. Almost survived. Almost survived.
Dire's courier has been killed.
So Lone Druid's just doing his split pushing thing, trying to get as much gold as possible. Because the thing about Lone Druid is you can have more than 6 items on him. You have 6 items on the bear. You could have 6 items on Lone Druid himself. So he's just like, I need to get really, really big because I got to make up for the fact that we have 3 heroes on our team, basically. He's got to be 2 heroes, at least, worth of damage and pushing power and so on and so forth. But you can see that the Alchemist is starting to come around. The Lion and the Alchemist, they're both kind of starting to come around to that, like, you know, maybe we could actually win this game. Like, I'm not talking to them. I'm just playing as hard as I possibly can. And you can see that the gold graph is almost even. We've actually almost evened it up. Just because we've taken smart fights, the other team has gotten overconfident, and we're just taking advantage of opportunities. See, like, Sark is just running in alone. So I'm just sitting back, waiting for an opportunity to jump in, scythe someone, frostbite, hit my ult. That's it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We've got the bear. So if we go free camera, the bear is just pushed out the top lane. Now 2 people have to come back. And these guys are just like trying to force mid constantly. With like 2 of them. They're like now our team is actually playing together, and their team seems to be spreading out. So we're kind of getting into almost the like 3rd act of this game. We're about almost 3/4 of the way through, and the other team's starting to realize, hey, we might actually lose this game, and we start realizing we might actually win this game. We just got to keep playing smart.
Invisibility.
Let's fast forward a bit. So we're farming now. We're taking advantage. Kind of waiting for them to make another mistake. And Luckless stuns himself. They're just running in 2 at a time. Can I get a kill on Legion? I think. Almost get a kill. If I had my
Dire's middle tower is
if I had my
under
Desolator,
attack.
that would have been a kill, but she's able to kill herself. But still, I kept her out of the fight, and we got 2 kills.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Oh no, we only got 1 kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like, if Naga had just stayed with their team, I think they would have won this game easily.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Kill him! Kill him! Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Omni's playing really well.
You know nothing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So yeah, Legion decided to farm Ancient instead of helping her team also.
Healing and harm. All wands will break.
What am I doing? I think I was trying to get a kill on Naga there.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
So I
attack.
think Lion might be able to get a kill. No, he backs off. Okay, let's fast forward a bit. So now the game gets a bit less frantic. We're kind of farming. There's less fights. Legion, I don't know. Legion's just obsessed with, like, we're jumping into our whole team and dueling. She finally gets an AKB, maybe that's why. Yeah, that's why she gets overconfident. But we just wait for BKB to expire and fight. She shouldn't be fighting anymore. She doesn't have her shit. But at least she's smart enough to get a BKB. Okay, I get killed there. And Naga finally fights the team that doesn't really work. Get a kill on Ember. Ember is probably feeding the most out of the other team, but we're keeping it about even. And now we're starting to get towers when we get kills, which is awesome.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So she builds Yasha when she should have just built the Radiance long ago. She was just gonna split push the whole game. But I wonder what's going on their team, like in terms of communication. They must be starting to get pissed off at each other. Okay, so I'm still dead at this point. I mean, they're still getting kills on us. That's the thing, but they're just not getting anything out of it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
He's got a
is
solar
under
crest,
attack.
which is good. Omni-Knight goes magic damage and armor, which is great because they're not getting any kind of magic defense aside from Legion Commander. Alchemist continues to stun himself. I get it. Okay, alt off. Could have been better. But I have my Desolator now, so I actually do right-click damage. Oh, I saw Ember Spirit coming in, so I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. That almost died. Alright, let's fast forward a bit. So, I don't know, some skirmishing, not very successful. We're still kind of getting our like confidence up. We're farming. We got a team fight here. I get another kill on Earthshaker. That was really bad, whatever I did there. This bear is doing a shitload of work at this point. Nice. See, Lion's full on trying again, right? Like, he was feeding mid for the first 10 minutes, and now he's like full on trying. And Alchemist appears to be trying. I just don't think he's that great at the hero. And Naga is just throwing the game away, to be honest with you. I think if Naga had played with the team the whole time,
Radiant's top tower
would have been
is
super
under
easy.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Healing.
she's not really, like, the bear, all that work that she did, basically for nothing, because this bear can push way faster than her with the Radiance. And now that he's got Aghanim Scepter, it's what to call it, Aghanisms, he doesn't need to be with his bear for him to be able to attack. You can just push all over the map. Even if he dies every once in a while, it's okay. He recalls them, wastes their time. Meanwhile, Legion's just trying to solo kill people, and she continues to feed us. Yeah, she's getting some dual damage, but relative to the damage she should have, it's not really all that much. It's a lot, but she could have a lot more if they were a bit better coordinated. So I'm farming some Ancients with my Desolator. I've actually gotten Desolator on Crystal Maiden once before. And then, what am I looking to get? I couldn't quite figure out what I wanted to get next. I was thinking about a BKB, I think. Can't remember what I went with in the end. Okay, let's fast forward a bit.
All ones will break.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alchemists are pushing. They decide. I think they're thinking about. Oh, I'm saying they're doing Roche, probably. Or we should get Roche. There you go. Trying to go for another solo kill. Instead, we get the kill on her. So I don't care. Like, I'll use my ult to get a single kill. Even though at this point I should probably be a bit more careful with my ult, because we're about equal on gold. So, okay, oh yeah, okay. This is This is the beginning of the third act. Not the beginning, but this is the middle of the third act of the game. So what happens? Let's go back. You guys might have missed that. So Ember's got Sacred Relic. He's got a bunch of gold. What does he decide to get? He gets a Divine Rapier. Once again, he gets more damage instead of getting a defensive item. Even though we've got 3 good solid stuns on him. But he can't really dodge. Unless he's really skillful, which he's not. Look at this Omni doing work. Just like riding into their whole team. Don't give a fuck. I couldn't really help, I didn't have any health.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Lone Druid lost his... Oh, Lone Druid split pushing with his bears. Just constantly pushing out top. And like, not just trying to stop him, but just doesn't have the items to be able to do it. I think he loses his bear here. It's fine. He knows he's got to resummon. We actually lose that fight, but we're getting damage on their tower, so it's okay. And they're not getting anything. Not getting anything out of the kills
Radiant's
anymore.
middle barracks are
Before they were just constantly pushing mid. Now they're lucky if they can get there after a team fight. So I noticed that he just used his Dark Pact, so I've got an opportunity to get in there. And this is pretty huge. I couldn't quite figure out how I won this fight, but I did. Just gonna go back. I want to see that. Okay, so I jump in. Since I saw that he used his Dark Pact, I was like, okay, this might be an opportunity to get a solo kill. Not knowing that these guys were behind them. So this is kind of a mistake by me, but it works out. So I noticed that this team is there, so I use my my Ghost Scepter because I know I'm gonna get dueled, and it saves me. And it looks like just the bear and the Omni Knight. Let me go back here. Does the Omni Knight heal me too? It's just the bear. The bear does so much damage now that he's able to basically win the duel for me. Plus I've got that Desolator, which helps. And I was Ghost Scepter, I think, for the beginning of it. And the Ember Spirit dies. Look at that. So guess what happens? Bear gets the fucking Divine Rapier. Because he didn't build any defensive items. No defensive items. I actually want to see that again. I want to see the point where Ember dies. I think it's the lion that gets off his ult on him. Yep. Hexes him. Ults. Goodbye. Rapier. This is the beginning of the end for the other team. Or the end of the end for the other team. Because, let's just take a look at this net worth swing. Now, for the first time, the whole game, we actually have a lead. Look at that swing. It went from 0 to 8,000 because they lost that rapier. Just about 8,000. And so now I'm like, fucking Legion's dead, Slark's dead, Ember's dead. We need to push now. Like, I don't understand what these guys are doing. Who cares about Naga? She's got nothing. She's not gonna do any damage. We need to be pushing. So you see that I'm like pinging the tower. I'm like, we need to push now. Meanwhile, the bear's just doing work. These guys are really good low druid. Or he is for this skill level, anyways.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So I'm just pushing with my Desolator. I'm like, we've got to like win this game now. We might lose our advantage really easily.
Is under attack. Dire's middle
So, you know,
tower
Lion's
has
with
fallen.
us, Alchemist. God, he's so bad. He's so bad. What is, like, why is he doing that? He should be with our team.
Dire's bottom tower has
And we
fallen.
decide to get Roche, and then just try to win the game. We can do it really fast. So the Roche gives us Age of the Immortal, so whoever gets it has a second life after he dies. And we want to get it on the Lone Druid because he's got that Divine Rapier. And when you die with the Divine Rapier, you drop it on the ground and the other team can pick it up. And it gives you 330 damage. And then this is huge. Get an easy solo kill on Earthshaker, so their high ground defense is pretty shit now. Or not as good, not shit, but not as good. Fortunately, I can duel, but she'll get killed. And same with Legion, and same with Ember. Got buyback on Legion, but Ember's down for a minute and a half. This is not looking good for their team. Like, Legion died to get a duel like that, and now she's had to use buyback. And we've got Lone Druid with a Bear Summon and an Aegis and a fucking Divine. So, and Legion's gonna be an idiot again, probably just run in.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
No sorceries avail.
Dire's middle barracks.
Does so much fucking damage. GG.
Dire's middle barracks has
Look at that, Alchemist getting shit done. Full on tryhard mode for Alchemist.
You should have known.
Yeah, easy game.
Dire's bottom
Fucking
tower
racist.
has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks
Look at this.
has fallen.
Got a blink. It's full on fucking tryharding. So we totally turned this game. Our two teammates that were just like running down mid and feeding being in the game are now full on like trying their best.
We weren't finished.
So they also didn't get MKBs to counter the Silver Crest by Alchemist. Their team. Earthshaker got a Shadow Blade.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
No defensive
Dire's
items on
top
Slark.
barracks
He
has
went
fallen.
Sanjin
Now
Yasha.
have mega kills.
Oh, he did get an MKB, but still, it doesn't matter because
Dire's
we
middle
could just
tower is under attack.
sheep him twice. We can stun him twice, 3 times. They didn't get any defensive items, so it doesn't matter how much damage you do if you're stunned the whole time. You can't do the damage. We're even fountain diving them.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh my god, this game is so ridiculous. Yeah, so this guy thinks that he carried us. He's 5 and 19.
Dire's middle tower has
It was definitely the Lone Druid, the Omni Knight, and to a lesser extent me, just like keeping the game alive in the early game,
Dire's
taking advantage of the fact that the other team got really overconfident, didn't get the right items, started to like split push instead of just team fighting. If they just went 5-man mid for the rest of the game after the first 15 minutes, they probably would have won. They could have just brute forced it, but they got Naga pushing out another lane while the 3 of them are pushing mid and someone else is farming. Blue and orange, fuck you. Did I say anything? Commend me, yeah, right, whatever. I said to the other team, you guys are so bad. That's a bit toxic of me. I gotta stop doing stuff like that. They want to report Amber. Okay, that's more racism. I'm glad I muted him. Oh man, that game was so intense. I tried so hard. I was like, fuck these feeders. I'm gonna like try hard and see if we can win the game. So let this be a lesson to you guys. First of all, don't be racists. Try to stay positive. Try to stay positive in your games. Even if you feel like you're falling behind, you always have a chance to win. Even if you've got 2 players on your team intentionally feeding, you can still win the game. The other thing, important lesson here is that overconfidence is a powerful ally in this game. You can use that. It can actually be beneficial for another team to get a big lead early if you have better players on your team. You can exploit that and take the game over because they'll start putting all their money into the wrong items, and it'll pay off later in the game. And what else? CM's a good hero. So I ended up with like, what? 523 gold per minute, not bad. 560 XP per minute. For Crystal Maiden, that's pretty fucking good. Like, it's higher than everyone but Ember Spirit on the other team. And, well, Slark, kind of. And if you take a look at the graph, we ended up with a 30,000 gold lead. And almost 8,000 experience lead. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this crazy game of Dota. I had a lot of fun playing it. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this replay commentary. And let me know if you have any suggestions on how I can improve it. First time doing it, so I know it's probably not all that great. Yeah, so leave comments. And don't forget to subscribe on youtube.com/Andrew Erdeg. Follow me on Twitter @Andrew Erdeg. That's ERDEG. You'll know when I post videos and when I stream live on twitch.tv/Luckless Lovelocks. This, what is this game? I don't even know, man. So this is the Lone Druid commenting on the game. This is Luckless Lovelocks, signing off for now.